Alright, class. So today will be the last assignment and last lesson for logic gates. If you remember, Thursday there was an issue with the YouTube video, so I pushed everything from Thursday into Friday, which means stuff from Friday got pushed in today, which means the test actually gets pushed till tomorrow. Okay, so today we'll go over the last logic gate assignment. So it's going to be similar to that example I did with the alarm system. Tomorrow the logic gate test. So basically, if you want to know what's on the test, it's basically stuff we did last week. So it's going to be like the Boolean expressions, like evaluating those, and also creating circuits from those Boolean expressions. Okay, so probably be like 2 questions with each, so not too difficult. And then Wednesday we'll start a new topic. You pick from the last 4 topics, so on the assignment page there's an attachment, so a Word document. So just highlight or bold or whatever, which topic you want to pick. And that'll be the last topic for the seniors, since, well, for most of y'all, I think there's only like 1 or 2 people who is not a senior. Okay, first thing though, I want to talk about your physics final. So it is technically a final, but it's technically whatever your last test is going to be. So it's not a test, but it's more like a presentation. So you will, by the way, I will give you basically a handout and a lot more information on this towards the end of the week, or maybe next week, as we start to get a little bit closer. I just wanted to give you a brief idea so you can kind of start thinking about it. But don't get too worried about it just yet. I'll give you a rubric later on. So you will be conducting an experiment. It doesn't have to be some big experiment like what we did in some of our labs. Just kind of keep them simple. It has to be something though that is actually testable. And you must video the actual experiment itself with yourself clearly in the video performing the experiment. So I know you didn't just pull a YouTube video. Now you can look on YouTube and get ideas and recreate them, but it has to actually be you in the video doing the experiment. And the presentation that's what's going to be your final. It's going to be lab report format, so it's not going to be just a paper you turn in, but it's going to follow the same format as our lab reports. You're just going to be putting it into a presentation type. So it means you can keep the writing in the presentation down to a minimum, and you just explain the rest verbally. So it'd be kind of like the presentations I did where I recorded audio for each slide. That's basically what you're going to do. Also, as we get, maybe throughout the week or next week, I'll post some examples. I'll look and see what I have from last year so you can get an idea. Okay. Okay, so remember Friday, I went over this example. So it was an alarm system. So based off of certain conditions, the alarm would sound, and I had to create a logic gate for that. Okay, if you don't remember that, you might want to look over that one from Friday. It'll help you with today's assignment. So basically your assignment is going to be something similar. You're going to design a circuit that's going to be controlling an alarm for a navigational program on a space probe. So these are your 3 conditions. Okay, the scanner. So each of these are like kind of separate conditions. So you want to group these this way. So how I grouped these, so remember, if it was the doors open and it was nighttime, that was kind of like one condition. And then if it was too hot, that was kind of its own. Okay, so the scanner must be on, and if an asteroid is detected, and if the asteroid's path intersects the probe's path, the alarm will sound. Okay, so you got a couple gates there to look at, or maybe 3. Okay, if the probe speed is too fast and it gets too hot, the alarm will sound. Okay, so a lot of times if a space probe is orbiting around a planet and it's within the atmosphere, if that probe is going too fast, it will heat up. That's kind of what happens to like the space shuttle. It heats up if it's going through the atmosphere. Except at Space Probe, that's what you don't want to happen. So you will back off on the speed while it orbits so it doesn't get too hot. And then if the scanner is off and the probe speed is too fast, the alarm will sound. So that means the probe has picked up speed and it's going through interstellar space, or it's going through the upper atmosphere of a planet, but the scanner's off. So, it's like if you start to accelerate in your car, you kind of want to look ahead to make sure you're not just going to run off the road, or road's turning, or there's nothing in the road. Okay, so these are the three conditions that the alarm will sound. Okay, any other, like if the speed is just too fast, the alarm's not going to sound unless it's hot or the scanner is off. Okay, so there's you have several inputs here, and you just need to build your circuit based on these outputs. Okay, if you have any questions, just message me on Teams and I'll try to help you best I can. Alright, and be sure to select which topic you want to start on Wednesday. Alright, thanks guys, have a good day.